frequently asked questions, yes, classes are technically optional, and so is failing.
In the news today, I seem to have sat on something sharp. We're not sure exactly what it is or what the consequences might be, but we'll update you as soon as we know more.
Can you see it? Look at that. Is it in me? Tell me it's not in me.
Students are reminded that you really should be self-sufficient by now. Would have better grades if you weren't so stupid. Janitor required in lecture theatre.
Wouldn't you know, I'd sat on a sprig of holly from yesterday's lunch. That's the risk you run when adding a little pizzazz to your meal. But that won't stop me. It's not the first piece of holly I've sat on, and it certainly won't be the last.
Education is non-refundable. Students are reminded that school spirit is infectious. Go us! students are reminded to enjoy it while and if you can.
Jasmine. Odyssey. How do you follow up the best-selling album in 2 Point County history with even more music?
Even more.
Let's go.
Jasmine Odyssey presents Even More.
Fish out of water, bigger than before. She's writing even more.
Announcement: flatmates aren't always flat. Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember?
Two Point Radio, the station that puts the stabilizers on the bike of your day. It's Ricky Hawthorne. The time is... Anyone got the time? No? They told me I'd regret putting sundials in the booth. There aren't even any windows, they said. Oh, how we laughed. More timeless radio after this silky little number.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Warning. Some announcements are closer than they appear. Thank you. Assistants should help with the running of campus facilities. They really should. Students are reminded to be constantly upbeat. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you.
Chef Ricky here, bringing you a morsel of the day. We all like a boiled egg, but wouldn't you love one on the go? Just imagine, you're stuck in traffic and bang, a boiled egg just for you. You see, eggs have a casing or shell that's perfect for keeping the eggs safe. Why, I've got 2 boiled eggs in my pocket right now. Give it a try.
Announcement. You can't work in the student lounge. It's just not possible. Students are reminded that some of you are doing better than others. Warning. Don't touch anything in the bathroom. Anything.
I've just eaten a pocket egg. How are you? I must remember to boil another batch and take them to my next book club meeting. Yes, I've been in a book club since I was a boy, and this is my 5th attempt at The Salty Minstrel, one of the county's first books. I really do struggle with the old language. In fact, I think the only words that are the same are salty and minstrel. You'd think it was enough, but it's not.
Students are reminded to take their time and submit assignments early, somehow. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Library requesting assistant. Sleep is important, but you can do it later.
It's time for the question of the week. We asked, which instrument is the funniest? We had some great replies, including quite a few we can't read on air. You're a vulgar lot, you really are. Knock knock. Who's there? The answer. The answer who? The answer is the trombone. Now that is funny. I'll be laughing until next time. Fare thee good and fare thee well. Good night.
Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Your book is upside down. That's your book upside down. Assistant to the library. Thank you. Announcement. Please don't get caught up in something I've said. Staff are reminded that they're easily replaceable. Student Union requires an assistant. Announcement. You can't work in the student lounge. It's just not possible. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry.
Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. It's Harrison Wolf going through the county's sock drawer on 2 Point Radio. I just had a very big sleep, so it's going to be a lively one.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. is an academic institution. Our bathrooms are co-educational. Would visitors please leave soon? Thank you. Now taking students for night school. Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that. Students should check in before trying to learn.
Live music is like fresh fruit and vegetables, man. It's better than the stuff in a can, and when the opportunity presents itself, you gotta cram as much of it in you as possible. That's just sensible, healthy living. You can't have too much of a good thing. That's why they call it a good thing. When I was young, I used to stand right next to the speakers and drink it in until I couldn't hear a thing. That's how I knew I was full.
Could night school students please not fall over? That armor is very heavy. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Announcement. Flatmates aren't always flat. Janitor required in lecture theatre. Announcement. The health clinic hopes to see you again. Janitor to maintain lectern. Thank you.
Did you see those student protests at Mitten University the other day? It's all a little peaceful for my liking. Sure, I can respect the vibe, but sometimes you gotta ruffle some feathers. When I was at school, they took away mashed potato Tuesdays, so a few of us got into the school mascot's coop, and boy, did we ruffle that chicken. It was all friendly, of course, but they knew we meant business. Just some food for thought, my student comrades. Go get your mashed potatoes.
The library is not your home, nor your home a library. Janitor needed in student union. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you.
Ah, Noblestead, the town where every day is yesterday. Yes, some may say that theirs is a community stuck in the past. But one man's dark ages is another man's time-honoured tradition. And what are traditions, if not things we're still doing? Oh, it really makes you think.
Students are reminded to set reminders. doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Students are reminded that you're the only one still finding your feet.
This is Felicity Bellbottoms, and you're listening to Campus Radio, where we do all the work for none of the pay. We've got a great show for you, but first, here's some music.
Sleep is important, but you can do it later. Students are reminded that I don't know everything. I have a life too, you know. Clinic treats a range of injuries and embarrassing conditions.
As a student, it can be hard to find time for, well, everything. Here's Maggie with a tip for getting things done. Multitasking is great. I don't know what I'd do without it. Sometimes I'm there, writing an essay while listening to a recorded lecture and covering an event for campus radio, and it just dawns on me, if multitasking wasn't so great, this would all be a bit much. Thanks, multitasking.
Warning. Don't touch anything in the bathroom. Anything. Take time on your assignments, if you think you have time. Now taking students for night school. Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that. Welcome new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us.
And now, the story of a teaching hospital and some missing bones.
Here at the teaching hospital in Mitten, students look forward to a long and healthy life in medicine. But while they were sleeping, with visions of crutches and pharmaceutical machinery in their heads, their teaching skeletons went missing. They've tried making their own skeletons out of wire, toothpicks and toilet paper, but sadly, they're 39 bones short and don't know what they're missing. For now, their education and the future of healthcare in our county is looking boneless and a little limp. Fliss, back to you.
Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Students are reminded that chainmail is not washing machine compatible. Janitor to maintain lectern. Thank you. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Janitor required in battleground. Students are reminded that you're not that memorable. Janitor required to repair training pod.
We all like a milkshake. But drinking too much milk can and will make you uncontrollably ill. Be safe and try to have very slightly less than that. This message is brought to you by the Milkmaid Corporation.
Janitor required in bathroom. Announcement. Teachers should not trust students under any circumstances. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Students are reminded that I'm sorry, it has to be this way.
Thanks for joining us on Campus Radio. If anyone from 2 Point Radio is listening in or has received my emails, I graduate next year and will be available for paid or unpaid roles at your station. Thanks.
Janitor required in bathroom. Sleep is important, but you can do it later. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Janitor needed in library. Frequently asked questions. If it burns, please see the nurse. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Warning. Don't touch anything in the bathroom. Anything. Failing students should work smarter and harder. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Announcement. Please stay awake in the staff room. No dozing. Weather report. Oh look, it's raining.
Harrison Wolf Show, baby. All right. This is Harrison Wolf bringing you the Harrison Wolf Power Hour. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about colleges lately. Lots of study here, learn so-and-so, qualification this and qualification that. But let me tell you something they don't want you to know. It's a scam. All of it.
Janitor required in bathroom. Campus shrubbery should not be used for combat practice. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Lost and found report. It looks like some kind of book. Yes? One book. Janitor required in bathroom.
We've all been quizzed at school, but what really happens during a test? You get a question, you write down your answer, and then some bozo tells you that you're wrong. But who's to say they're right? What's so great about their answers? If we've all got the same answers, then what's the point of there being so many of us, huh? I tell you, it's a crime that they make kids take their tests. Not a real criminal kind of crime, of course, but it's majorly uncool, and that's the kind of crime.
Announcement. You can't work in the student lounge. It's just not possible. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. students should report all issues to someone that cares. Failing students should work smarter and harder. Your book is upside down. That's your book upside down.
I shouldn't have to tell you, but if Jumbo McNally's getting involved in something, you know it's bad. Jumbo University? Huh, what a racket. You can teach Mr. McNally a lesson by signing my petition to have him fired into space.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Class is starting soon. You're not late yet. Intruders on campus. You know what to do. Janitor required in bathroom. Student housing should be character building, not pleasant. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
The Meat Wizard collection contains most of the games you hope it would. with only a few scandalous omissions. You say you like these games? Then prove it and buy them again.
The health clinic treats a range of injuries and embarrassing conditions. Janitor required in student lounge. Teachers should be found in a teacher's office, but it's not always the case. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. If you don't like the staff room, try getting back to work. Janitor required in bathroom. Campus shrubbery should not be used for combat practice.
You ever thought about why they're so keen to teach us to read? Think about it. So we can read what they write. Well, it makes so much sense when you think about it. It's just another way for them to control us. That's why I only trust the Daily Disorder for my news. They take the regular news and turn every word into an anagram, breaking down the code. You can't understand a thing. It's perfect.
Students are reminded that the rain isn't my fault. Thank you. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. We are approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry. The yearly results are in. Not bad, I suppose. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. Academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. No livestock in the student lounge. Thank you. Janitor required in bathroom.
You think I got into radio because of some fancy piece of paper? No, sir. Radio is pure jazz, man. It's alive and unpredictable. You can't just learn it. Sure, you could pay some big shot to tell you which buttons to press and when, and that's fine. But that's not radio. Not really. Here's another previously scheduled song that I didn't choose.
Announcement. The campus does not offer en-suite accommodation. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. The library is not your home, nor your home a library. Janitor required in student lounge. Failing students are reminded that you're letting everyone down. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Sleep is important, but you can do it later.
Here's a question from Kevin in Flattering. Hey Harrison, what was your favorite project in school? Well, it's a good question, and you gotta remember, just because education is a scam doesn't mean all those teachers are bad people. So, to answer your question, I used to like making the little volcano. It's pretty trippy to learn that volcanoes are full of vinegar, right? But how do we collect it safely? I don't know. But that's what they ought to be teaching us, man.
Announcement. The timetable is now live. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Janitor required in bathroom. Announcement. The health clinic hopes to see you again. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Assistant to the library. Thank you. Teachers should be found in a teacher's office, but it's not always the case.
I never went to college. At least, I don't remember going to college. Anyway, I turned out just fine. Join me at the same time tomorrow, when the day sun goes bye-bye and the spooky white beach ball casts down its dark favor on us all. Good night.
Janitor required in bathroom. If you don't like the staff room, try getting back to work. To whom it may concern, I'm so disappointed in you. Thank you. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Campus shrubbery should not be used for combat practice. Janitor required in bathroom. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. No livestock in the student lounge. Thank you. Janitor required in training room. Students are reminded to be relatively civilized. No feral behavior. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Library books are for everyone. Please stop reading. Would campus intruders please not come in? Janitor required in bathroom. Rubbish should be placed in bins. Is that too complicated for you?
I'm DJ Shorts, the host giving you the most on campus radio. It's been too long, and I've been dying to play this next song. See if you notice what they do on the 9th bar in the 2nd verse. Oh, it's really something. We'll be back after this.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Announcement: flatmates aren't always flat. Announcement: the campus just got bigger, not necessarily better. Janitor needed in dormitory. Frequently asked questions. If it burns, please see the nurse. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Teachers should be found in a teacher's office, but it's not always the case.
Who even goes to the student union? When I want a milkshake, I don't want a pint of Milkmaid. It's so artificial. I just can't take it anymore. I'd much rather go a little off the beaten path and try something local. And preferably very lumpy. Anything from the stomach-churner dairy and smuggly is sure to be nice and separated. Now that's a milkshake.
Janitor required in bathroom. The staff room is for staff. It's their room. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Could night school students please not fall over? That armour is very heavy. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. Janitor required in student lounge.
And now, a segment about a student taking an exam. Bertie had been up all night preparing for an important test. He'd done the revision, he'd set his alarms, but then, some hours later, disaster struck. It was as he finished his paper that he realised he hadn't been using a pen. He thought he was dotting I's and crossing T's, but sadly, he was just making gestures with his hand over a piece of paper. It's a nightmare for so many of us, but today it was Bertie's reality.
Class is starting soon. You're not late yet. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Announcement. You can't work in the student lounge. It's just not possible. Janitor required in student lounge. Weather report. Yep. Seems fine. Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
Waiter! Waiter! Oh, the service here is terrible. You could go out. Or you could stay in. With a bowl of hog logs. You've tried fine dining, but this is swine dining. Only hog log cereal combines 4 types of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Announcement. The campus does not offer ensuite accommodation. Janitor required in student lounge. Please be quiet silently. Thank you. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that.
You've been waiting for this, and you have. I'm finally going to talk about the boogie nights. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you. that I was actually in on the group of funky nights very, very early. And I thought they were a real bright spot in the county's music scene. But I must say, I'm just not enjoying them as much these days. I mean, really, I know I like them, but they just shouldn't be this popular. Another perfectly excellent obscure band ruined by too many fans. It's just selfish. It really is.
Janitor required to install upgrade. Announcement: flatmates aren't always flat. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Teachers are reminded that extra tuition is additional, not optional. Student requests are often heard, but not always listened to. Original thought should be reserved for the research lab. Thank you. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Could night school students please not fall over? That armor is very heavy. Janitor required in student lounge. marks the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. Students are reminded that the student lounge doesn't have to look like that. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Class is starting. Please take a seat. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year.
Now that's easy listening. The sound of 2 Point County on 2 Point Radio. Ricky Holford waxing the waves lyrically and literally on 2 Point Radio. Why don't you listen to this next track and I'll take that pebble out of my shoe.
The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. Warning. Don't touch anything in the bathroom. Anything. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. The staff room is for staff. It's their room. Janitor required in bathroom. Frequently asked questions. If it burns, please see the nurse.
We've got breaking news for you on 2 Point Radio. A zoo worker at the Crockle Bay Zoo has fallen into the gibbon enclosure. It's been reported that they're not under any immediate danger, and zoo officials are currently negotiating with the gibbons for the employee's release.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Students are reminded not to breathe in the library. Janitor required in bathroom. Announcement: flatmates aren't always flat. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Teachers are reminded that extra tuition is additional, not optional.
Sometimes I get asked what I would have done had I not gone into the disc jockeying trade. Well, as a young boy, I dreamed of being a spy. Yes, I pined for a life of international intrigue and late-night dinners at the county's expense. Sadly, to be a spy, you need to be able to whisper, and I just can't do it. When it comes to disclosing secrets, you don't want my persistent volume and crystal clear intonation.
Janitor required in student lounge. Original thought should be reserved for the research lab. Thank you. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Students are reminded to compare themselves with their peers. Janitor required in bathroom. No livestock in the student lounge. Thank you.
Cheesy Gubbins are back. Where did they go? Nowhere! Cheesy Gubbins. The only thing you can count on.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. You weren't listening. You were asleep. I saw you. Janitor required in bathroom. Could night school students please not fall over? That armor is very heavy. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. This is an academic institution. Our bathrooms are co-educational.
And we've got an update for you on the story of the zoo worker that fell into the gibbon enclosure. We're now hearing that the employee is rising through the gibbon's social structure. Fascinating stuff. There's no word on what gibbons are, but I believe they're a kind of amphibious cat. Little smooth creatures with whiskers and a big bushy tail. Fantastic.
Janitor required in student lounge. If you don't like the staff room, try getting back to work. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Announcement. The health clinic hopes to see you again.
We're joined by Professor Hamish Curlybags of the Pebbly Frog Sanctuary, who tells me gibbons are nothing like an amphibious cat. What's going on, Hamish?
That's right, Ricky. Gibbons are actually, well, they're land mammals and apes, much like ourselves, but with very long arms.
Apes, you say? Well, I never. Thanks for joining us, Professor. There's nothing I like more than being corrected. On air.
Janitor required in bathroom. Student housing should be character building, not pleasant. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Extra tuition can be found in the teacher's office. Stop bothering me. Janitor required in bathroom. The library is not your home, nor your home a library. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure.
It's time for Chef Ricky's morsel of the day. You can buy breadcrumbs from any self-respecting supermarket or interweb parlor replacement service, but there's something to be said for doing it the old-fashioned way, by throwing the loaf against a brick wall until it disintegrates into a fresh and flaky nothingness. It'll take a good couple of hours, but boy is it worth it.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. The research lab is a campus facility. No private research. Janitor needed in dormitory. Students are reminded that the student lounge doesn't have to look like that.
We've got breaking news and a surprise twist from the gibbon enclosure. The zoo worker, first thought lost to the diminutive apes, has become their leader. They claim to have learned to love the gibbons, their way of life, and their disproportionately lengthy arms. So, instead of going to work in the zoo every day, they'll just be living there, I suppose. That's one way to skip the morning traffic. I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Good night.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Class is starting soon. You're not late yet.